Alright, before I get started with this video, I just want to mention that this came as an idea after watching the level 1 dwemer armor guide by ESO, who is another YouTuber that focuses on Elder Scrolls. I don't mean to steal his content, but rather I want to prove that it is possible, despite the challenge, to get this armor at level 1, since a lot of people were saying in the comments that it was not doable. Alright, now that we got that done with, I'm first going to talk about the setup. If you would like to skip this part and get straight into the action, I'll add an annotation with the timer. Now to do this, and most other things at level 1, you want to use either a Nord or an Orc. Specifically for this run, the Nord is super useful for the battle cry and the two-handed bonus, and the Orc for the half damage and the heavy armor bonus. It's up to you. And we will be using, two-handed weapons due to their much needed damage, and when you charge up a stamina two-handed weapon, it does a lot of damage. We should end up with an iron helmet, imperial heavy armor, a dwarven greatsword, and an elven bow. To get the imperial heavy armor, just choose to side with Ralof during the Helgen escape. You should get it off a guard during the first fight of the game. I will show you where to get the rest in the first part of the video. The key here is to try to stay at level 1 throughout the entire thing. If you find it necessary, you can level up for the instant heal, but it is more fun without it. Potions are optional. Alright, so here we are on how to get the dwemer armor at level 1 challenge. We just got out of Helgen, and we are about to go to Riverwood, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do from there, so stay tuned. Now, in case you were wondering why my graphics changed, it is because I get less frame drops while recording with my mods on, so I went ahead and turned them back on. And for those of you that don't play mod or they play vanilla, don't worry, these mods don't affect the method I'm using, and basically it's just visual mods and immersive armors, which I won't be using. So once we go to Riverwood, you want to sell off everything you've got, and get as many potions and lockpicks as possible. After selling everything in Riverwood and making space in my inventory, I traveled back to the mine at the beginning to get some more mastery experience with two-handed, as well as get some steel swords to use/sell, and more arrows. Knock, knock. Jeff, motherfucker. So we continue through this mine, and I'm sure you know what happens, so let's skip on after we clear it. Go to Riverwood and steal the iron armor from the smith. It's easier if you just wait until night. Now we are ready to go to Whiterun and thus Jorvask, whatever. Go inside and rush into the rooms while the Dunmer and the Cheek beat the shit out of each other. You go to Ailey's room, close the door, and pick the hell out of that lock, and you will get an elven bow. Then get the fuck out. So I was trying to find Earthgrid, the Unbroken, to kill her and get steel blade armor. And I wanted to use the other armor to help me beat her in a fight, but I couldn't. I couldn't find her. So yeah, she wasn't in the bar, so I had to cut that part out. So just stay in your Vesker, head back in there, and go to the room with Vilkas and the other dude, the leader. There are, I believe, 3 display cases here, and there's one with a Dwarven greatsword and one with an elemental warhammer for us to steal. I find the sword easier to sneak next to. Just stand where I stand here in the video, save and pick the lock, and then we get the hub. Now we're ready to go to Marketh, and the challenge begins. The spider part is fairly linear. You go to Kasomo, he gives you the key, you go through a dungeon, and you go ahead and just kill those hellspawn right and get to the main room, which is covered in spider webs with a giant hole in the ceiling. Fuck you, spider! You can use a corridor to your defense when killing the spider. More likely than not, it will just stand there and do nothing. You can charge your bow up, get the shot ready, and just sneak out and shoot it, since it will kill you with about 4 web tosses or whatever it is. Once you enter the Falmer part of the dungeon, deeper into the ruins, there are 2 dudes near the bridge. One is an archer and the other is a melee. You can pick them off one by one. The first room in the armor is probably the hardest. There is 1 mage and 1 melee. It's kinda hard to beat them since it's a 2-on-1, and it's really hard to sneak up on them since even if one doesn't spot you, the other one probably will. But if you picked a Nord or an Orc, your racial abilities should prove quite useful as you see me use it. Keep in mind to wait 24 hours so you can use the ability again. I know this may seem like cheating, but you're level 1, so you won't abuse it. Be careful when using the battle cry on the Nord, as with this mage, it will cause it to run into the room with statues and awaken the Dwarven's fears, which will beat the shit out of you. So just reload the previous save if that happens, like it happened to me. Once you've dealt with all the Falmer, which should be about 6 Falmer in total, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Falmer and a Skeever. Once you deal with all of them, you just go and pick the luck. You make sure you're safe, and just keep trying until you get it. And ta-da! It's possible to get the set at level 1, contrary to what many people think. Congratulations! Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos like this, and have a good one.